Welcome back to Rise and Phoenix Oracle. I am T, the Oracle, and thank you so much for tuning in for another reading. We're going to get right to it because there's a lot going on, okay? So everybody has seen over the last week what's going on with P. Diddy, aka Sean Puppy Combs, Sean Combs, Sean John, whatever you want to call him. All the names, all the above, right? So let's just jump right into it. First question that I have, how is he feeling right now? I want to know, how is he feeling? Because look, if, who is this? Homeland Security raided your house, how would you feel? You know what I mean? And maybe he knew this was coming, maybe not, because I saw like a lot of, you know, clips and different things like that. And there was one clip looked like he was pacing around, supposedly around the same time that, you know, they were raiding his home. So I don't know. But anyways, how does P. Diddy feel at this point? How does P. Diddy feel at this point? How is he feeling? One more shuffle. How is P. Diddy feeling at this point right now? Look at this. It says positive movement forward and it's reversed. Y'all see that there? And then it also has the number 8, which represents cycles or a loop or the infinity circle. This is how it looks right standing. All right, you see that boat is sailing into the sun. You have, you know, just the brightness. It looks like there's no storms or nothing like that. It's just a smooth breeze sailing on water, right? However, this is reversed, okay? So it's like his world is being turned upside down right now. So that's one of the things that's coming out right now. He feels as if his world is being turned upside down. He feels as if he's seen brighter days, right? It's like a lot of weight is on him. If this is reversed, you see how the water is at the top instead of at the bottom. Everything is just in reverse. It's inverted. So it feels like there's a heavy weight on his shoulders. Almost feels like he's drowning. So, you know, like I said, he's seen better days. So it's a lot going on. So definitely, you know, he's not moving forward in a way that he would like to move forward. However, things are progressing. It's just not without his consent, if that makes sense. Things are still moving forward, but it's just not what he would prefer them to move towards, right? You got this next card. This is very interesting. Love begins. Let's pull another one, see where this is going. Awareness. Stand your ground. Okay, I get where this is going. He's like, okay, there's some way that I can get out of this. Like I always get out of circumstances and situations. You see this Love Begin card? Remember how he started calling himself Love a couple years ago and tried to kind of just change himself, change his character, so to speak. You know, he's known as Love, you know, I guess he wants to be in that type of energy or perceive. He wants people to perceive that he's in that type of energy. So that's where you got the Love Begins card. And then you got the number 1. It's like how he reinvented himself. And then he's like, okay, I'm aware of what people have known about me in the past, what I'm known as in the past. I'm aware that I can use my, he has the ability to persuade people or even allegedly to push people into different avenues that he wants them to go, right? He's aware of his power. I would say mental wise, but also having the power to be able to delegate certain things and move people in different areas because of the power that he has behind him as well. So it's not just him that has the power, but who's standing behind him, right? He has people standing behind him to back him up in order for him to have this certain type of power, right? So he's aware of that. He's aware of his ability to be clever and to really speak things into existence. But like I said, also has certain power behind him to be able to bring it into fruition. And he's thinking, okay, At this point right now, I've always gotten out of certain things or able to move myself in a certain way. I could do this as well. He feels like, and he's always felt like there's nothing that he couldn't overcome, or there's nothing that he can't conquer. And that's in regards to people, places, and things. It's nothing that he couldn't conquer, right? So he's like, okay, I can get over this. So he's thinking about different ways in how he can be able to clean this up or move from this point, right? Then you have stand your ground. And this is the reason why you see, you know, periodically he'll come out and he'll deny certain things. Like, he still has not flat out apologized or said anything from the Cassie thing and other people who have come out. He has not really said anything. So this goes to show you that he's still what people would call, I guess you would say, narcissistic. He's very confident. He's very stuck in his mindset that he has the power to get out of anything, right? Now, he ain't no fool. He see what's going on, but he also feels as if there is a way out, but he just has to figure it out. And he not gonna fold. He not gonna fold. He gonna stand his ground, but also, like, you're not gonna see him fall. Like, you're not gonna see him in a public eye, like, breaking down. And this just came like into my mind's eye. If you were to see him break down, it's part of his act. It's part of his way of getting out and gaining sympathy. Like, if he was to just make a statement or come out to the public and just kind of really, you know, garner some type of sympathy, because right now he's being dragged in the court of public opinion. And so that kind of goes a long way, even though in the court of law, it doesn't necessarily go. But if you can start dragging people in the beginning in the public's perception, that's a win-win for your adversary, because even if you were to somehow get out of this, you know, you might come out of it millions of dollars less richer than you were. You may not be able to form partnerships like you used to. You may not be able to have the connections that you used to, the friends that you used to. And that affects your money. Like, if you don't have the networking, the connections, the friends, all of that, because when you start getting into these higher up echelon of the music business and entertainment and all those things, is who you know. It's like with any company. It's like who you know. That's how you see nepotism babies all in these different companies, and somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Oh, this is my nephew. Oh, this is so-and-so. Oh, this is my grandchild, you know. So it's like, if you kind of burn those bridges, it's difficult for you to be able to, sorry, I got a phone call. It's difficult for you to be able to broker any new deals for you to be able to stabilize your income and to bring in more money, right? But like I said, he gonna stand his ground. He ain't gonna just fold too quickly. Intuition, reverse, and we'll pull one more card. Patience, reverse. All right, so these two right here, what I'm getting right here is the fact that, okay, he may be trying to, it feels like, get a new team or something like that. So I don't know if that refers to just like a legal team, or if the spiritual advisors or people that he usually work with, if he's trying to reach out to more powerful people or to move in a different direction, because this is starting to deal with like legalities and different things like that. And you can, you know, certain spiritualists, seers, root doctors, all those within that realm, I ain't gonna name all of them within that realm, a lot of spiritualists specialize in certain areas. Like, they're very good at what they do in certain areas. And you may have some spiritualists who are very good at covering people in regards to legal issues and going to court and getting them out of certain, legality issues that they're experiencing, different things like that. But it feels like the covering that he had is not there, or it feels as if he's seeking more powerful covering or moving into another spiritualist or covering, so they can help him fight the legality aspect of what's going on. And then you have the patience card, because he's like, time is of the essence. Like, we got to get the ball rolling. And that's pretty much what's going on right here. And then let's pull, like I always like to do, let's pull a few confirmation cards. I'll pull about anywhere from 1 to 3. Confirm what was just revealed. Broken heart, reversed. Confusion, reversed. Follow your intuition, reversed. And y'all see this intuition card came out here as well, and they both were reversed. This one says intuition, and then this one says follow your intuition. So basically, it really does feel as if he's like, okay, I really got to scrap what's going on, scrap what was on the table, scrap what I was thinking before, and really, really go in a whole new different direction. That's what this feel like is telling me. He's in it for himself. Like he's trying to save himself. So that's why you got the broken heart card too. It's like, okay, fuck everybody. Forget everybody else. I'm saving myself and my empire and my fortune and my legacy, or whatever left it is, right? I saw, what was it, like a meme online yesterday where they had a picture of him and it was like mixed with Bill Cosby. I don't know why that was so hilarious. That picture looked crazy as heck, but anyways, and then you had that confusion card, which was reversed. So he's really working diligently behind the scenes to make some ways, to open a way. He's working with some spiritual people to, it's like a road opener, to open a way, make a way. All right. How does his, let's see. How does his children feel about what's going on? How does his children feel? Let's go with this deck again. How does P. Diddy's children feel about what's going on? How does his children feel about what's going on? I kind of want to break it down. I don't want to make this video too long, and I kind of wanted to see like what his sons think versus what his daughters think. But we'll just keep it like that. Like, what does his children think about what's going on at this point? Because I know overall they may have some type of consensus about, like, the heck is going on. One more shuffle. What do his children think about what's going on? All right. Ooh. Suffering in silence. That goes both ways. It feels like that's in regards to the children, but also in regards to P. Diddy as well. Like he's really being careful who he shares anything with. He's really not telling anybody anything too much, because in his mind, he's like, they know. People connected to this, y'all know. I ain't even really got to say too much. Hope. Emotional loss. Yeah, his children are going through it. I would say it's specifically the girls too, because you see this woman on this card right here. They're very strong, but however, I feel like over the years they've heard rumblings about different things in regards to their father. But of course, like a child, you may take it with a grain of salt, or you may be like, okay, that has nothing to do with me, or you're like, I still love my dad unconditionally. I'm stuck. But yeah, these children, especially the girls, it looks like right now they're just like, they're suffering in silence. It's like, what do I do? And then they don't even have their mother here. So it's like, who do we run to? Of course, I know they said that Komora was close to them. I don't know how close they are. And maybe some other women in their life. But at a certain time like this, you would definitely need your mother. So it's kind of like, I think they're more clinging on to themselves. You know what I mean? And it's like this whole situation is like it got them out there on a ledge or out there on a cliff. You see this? And it's like, what the heck is going on out here? But I feel like the father is kind of giving them hope. It's like P. Diddy is giving them hope, like all of this will blow over. Trying to make them feel as if the media is blowing it out of proportion more than what it really is. And eventually this is going to blow over like anything else. So he's trying to calm them down and like, hey, you know, don't get too anxious over this. Don't get too upset about this. It'll blow over like usual. And then you have this emotional loss card. And it's just like, they feel like they've lost so much. And the children, especially the girls, I keep going back to the girls. It's like, they feel as if they've lost so much over the years, especially because of their mother. So it's like, regardless, they're like, okay, we're going to lose our father too. So that's how they feel, really. So the girls are really coming out. I wanted to know how the girls and the boys felt, but it's like the girls are really coming through with this. And then also with the emotional loss card, those boys were really attached to him. I don't know what was going on, if they had anything to do with some of the things as they got older. And, you know, we ain't gotten into that yet. But it's like, okay, he's our connection. He's our network. You know, we are connected to people in the industry and different things like that because of him. So if he goes down, what happens to us? Like, do their connections go away? Like, or they gonna be poor, or they gonna be living on the street, they gonna be working at Trader Joe's, like, they like, so, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of thinking about that too. But I believe he's also, P. Diddy is also telling the boys like, hey, this what needs to be done. Make sure you're doing this, you know, trying to secure their finances and their future, right? Heartbreaking loss, reverse. Partnerships and alliances. Remember I just said about the P. Diddy is telling the sons, like, make sure this is situated. Make sure the finances are in order. Make sure you got this situated. Yeah, so that's that partnerships and alliances cards. You know, speak to so-and-so. Make sure everything is still good. Make sure you're brokering these deals behind the scenes. It doesn't have to be, you know, in the public eye, because right now, their persona, their image in the public, in the media is not good at this point right now. So if they still have people who are still behind them, whether it's because they connected and they don't want to go down or whatever it is, you know, they still gonna have some connections. They're not gonna lose everything, but they're still gonna have some connections, but it's just gonna be behind the scenes. And then you have the material harvest reverse, but they're gonna have to tighten up though. Things ain't gonna be flowing like a land of milk and honey like it's been before. They really gonna have to tighten up, or they're gonna be broke. Regular people broke? No. In their terms, they're gonna have to tighten up though, because they used to having a certain amount of money flow. And at this point in time, things are just kind of coming to a halt. You know how you may have a lump sum of money, or you have this amount of money in your bank accounts and different things like that, but you're also always having a flow too. So, you know, you're spending, you're doing this, spending money to make money, but you're also having money coming in. But at this point, since this is going on, you have to, you know, gain hold of whatever you have and, you know, solidify it, make sure you have this under control, because you don't know what's coming in. You know what I mean? So you got to really make sure that you're investing in the right thing, your portfolio is correct, just all this kind of stuff, right? So he's just like, put things in order so you could be set up just in case. Just in case. We always want y'all to be eating good. We always, you know, he doesn't, despite what people think about him, he doesn't want his children to lack. That would probably be the only people that he really truly cares about. He really doesn't want his children to lack. confirm the cards that were pulled. But he really does have a reign, a hold on them. I see that in this card too. Like, you see how they're clasped like that? That is telling me, like, he really does have a hold on them. Like, he instructs them on how to do certain things. Like, he oversees certain things. Even if, like, say for instance, what's the one? Justin, I think the short one that went to college or whatever. Even though he may be behind a lot of things and helping with the family business, the ultimate yes or no is solidified by P. Diddy. He's like the top, like, yeah, that's good. No. You know what I mean? He, you know, the son may be brokering certain things and like, hey, I'm gonna get into this and this, and he brings it to that. Okay, that's a go. Nah. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. He always still has the last say so and everything. And I'm going back to this card. What is this? Heartache and loss. There is a woman who is very, very sad about the situation. However, she is very angry. She is very angry. So that may be a mother. That may be Justin's mother. Because Kim Porter has passed, but also Kim Porter's energy. That would be a whole nother reading. Might feel like the mother. Like, she's concerned about her child. She doesn't know everything that he's into because he's deep into things in the business like P. Diddy. You know, that's his son, as he states. So she still views her son as, you know, her child, her young man, her little boy, and that he's innocent in a lot of things, not to accuse him allegedly of anything that's going on, but he's an adult. I think, ain't he like 30 or something? So he knows a lot. But she feels as if her son would not have gotten into this predicament if it would not been for P. Diddy. And she's very furious about that. Start over, reverse. All about the money, reverse. Dependent. Child, these children are like, what happens if we lose it all? Like, do we have to start from square one? Like, we got to move from like Beverly Hills? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, oh Lord. And not to say that, child. And not to say that they're completely dependent on him, but they understand that because of him, like I said before, that's how things flow. And they're used to him being the head honcho. So if he's not there to assist or help broker things or put things in the right direction, it's like, what's going on? They understand that they are where they are because of his work and what he's done. What's gonna happen to P. Diddy? Is P. Diddy going to jail? Is he going to jail? Is P. Diddy going to jail? Let's go with this card deck right here. Yeah, I know I got a couple laid out. Just running my pendulum through the energy to see which one to pick up. Yeah, we're gonna go him. We're gonna go him. Is he going to jail? That's what everybody wanna know. At this point, the energy that's coming out, and of course, you know, with anything, things are subject to change, right? Depending on related circumstances, and you know, only thing is certain is the day you come into this world and the day you going out. So things may change, but at this point right now, what is Spirit saying? Is he going to jail? Got this card coming out first, caring connections. Third chakra. Okay, some things are moving forward. Anxiety, reverse. Daughter spirit. He's going to lose strategy. And one more card. Angel of Balance. I feel like his money is going to be severely affected. And I would say just common sense wise, dealing with a team of lawyers, possibly even having a lawyer on retainer, that costs a lot of money. Maybe even publicists. Just dealing with a court case period is costly. And now you have a high profile court case. That's a lot of money. And like I said before, dealing with your connections, networking, money coming in. He had to cut ties with certain companies that he represented, certain companies that he was over, companies that he had shares in and different things like that. So there were a lot of ties, connections that he had that were severed. And so there's nothing continuously coming in. You just have, okay, this is one lump sum, I'm taking this and that's it. I'm cutting ties and connections. So one lump sum is cool if you, I guess you would say, wisely invested in another area, but at the same time, nothing is guaranteed. So his continuous flow has been affected. So I would say, from this, just looking at this right now, I don't necessarily think he's going to jail. Will he get arrested? Will the cops question him? You know, possibly so, but is he going to do jail time per se? I think he's too connected to so many people. So not necessarily, unless he's just going to be the fall guy and he knows that. But with those specific cards that were pulled before where it says stand your ground, he not going to go down. He going to go down kicking, yelling, and telling on everybody else. Because he allegedly, he strikes me as somebody that'll snitch. Okay? So he not going down without a fight. So there's too many connections that he has. So remember what I said? With his sons, he's telling them, okay, make sure this is secure behind the scenes. So he'll still have certain connections behind the scenes, but it may not be all of the connections that he had previously, right? Oh, my back. So he's just moving forward as he knows how to, just trying to make sure he's securing bags and everything is good for his estate and his children. Yeah. He's just moving forward. He's trying to move forward out of that. Does he feel the pressure? Of course. Is it making him think? Yeah, but he's, like I said before, dude is a narcissist. He's like, I can get up out of this. I can get out of anything. I'm P. Diddy, right? Daughter spirit, remember I told you? He doesn't have a covering. Like, he's trying to, remember I said it was like the covering that he had before, whatever spiritual advisor. I think they've cut ties. So I don't know if the spiritual advisor was like, hey, I'm out of this, or he was just like, you ain't protect me, I'm cool, or whatever it is. But it feels like his covering that he's had for a while is not there anymore. But like I said before, he's not going down without a fight. So he's going to be strategizing. Like I said, it looks like he may have a brand new team. As far as court-wise, but also spiritual team to kind of help him get out of this legal issues. Then you have the angel balance, which is reversed. So everything is going to be turned upside down. He may be losing some money. They're going to try and take him through the ringer. More and more is going to come out. It's just going to be flipped upside down. You hear me? And it's almost like, if you see this was reversed, right? But if you look at it, she's like an angel of balance, and it looks like she has some type of, what do you call that? Hourglass. If you turn out upside down, it's like child time has just damn near run out for you. And then you have these 3 pyramids behind her, and then you have the crescent moon. It's like things are shaky. It almost reminds me of the moon sign that deals with your emotions. It deals with things that are internal. And things that are internal or not seen that was in the dark is coming to the light. Things are getting turned upside down. It's your time. It's a lot going on. So do I necessarily think he's going to jail? At this point, it does not look like it, but he is going to be taken through the ringer. Money is going to be affected. Business is going to be affected. However, he still will have certain connections behind the scenes just because how well connected he was before with a lot of powerful people, and a lot of those people do not want to be revealed. So he still will have some help behind the scenes, but as far as his overall covering in the industry and with spiritual advisors, that kind of has been lifted. So that's why everything has been able to come at him at this point. We can revisit this again because this is just going to continue to unfold. And it just leads to so many more avenues, you know, dealing with Kim Porter, dealing with Tupac, dealing with Biggie, dealing with, I mean, he's been in the industry for what? Damn near 30 years. I remember 94, 93, 94, 95, 96, watching videos with him and Biggie, Give Me One More Chance. Like, what is this? 96, 2006, 16, 26. That's like almost 30 years. He's been out for about 30 years. And behind the scenes, even before that, I think he worked for Uptown Records or something like that or whatever. So, thinking about that, Heavy D. It's just so much going on surrounding him. We got to come back and do some more videos in regards to this, but just his connections with other people. And I'll be sure, remember he was in a hospital fighting for his life. This whole story is just crazy. But anyways, we're going to stop right there. If y'all have any other questions that you want me to ask with follow-up readings in regards to P. Diddy, go ahead and put that in the comment section. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Peace.